fine, fine. Nice. I like it. I like it. That feels pretty good. The extra feedback when shooting and being shot is nice. I'm glad that I turned it down a little bit because what we got here? Give me the box. So we'll keep that. It does add something when turned down. Welcome back. I am a friendly pest. Today I'm playing Into the Radius. I'm playing on an Oculus Quest 2, streaming this from my PC over virtual desktop. Today is going to be a good day because I get a haptic vest. This one right here, the Haptics X16, I think it's called. Bought this with my own money, got it on one of the Prime sales, a little bit cheaper than normal. This is my first time playing Into the Radius with this vest. First time I booted the game up, it didn't work. So I got on a forum and I found out that you have to launch the game from Steam to make it work. If you launch it from virtual desktop, it doesn't work. But it's working now. And I've messed with it just a little bit. There are some subtle cues, like when I pulled the backpack, there was a slight vibration on the back left side of my body. There again, I would say it vibrates even all the way to the chest slightly. Grabbing this, I didn't feel anything when I grabbed it, but when I put it away, I can feel that on the left side of my body. Grabbing the pistol, nothing. When I put it away, there's definitely some vibration on the right side of my body, front and back. And then again, with the rifle, I can feel that on my back. First impressions, I don't know. The reaction from the vest is a bit abrupt. It doesn't feel subtle. Almost feel like if it was a more subtle sensation that lasted just a little bit longer as the item settled on your body, instead of just like it's almost like something falling into a bag, right? Which, for some experiences that's probably dead on, but I think for the backpack I would like, maybe a little bit of a stronger hit and then a subtle fade. I think you could tune that to be a little more convincing than just this thing vibrates whenever you do stuff. But when we get out there and play, we'll see. I did fire Makarov at the wall a few times to see what that felt like, and it was pretty dramatic. Like when I fired, it was a full body vibration, and I know firing firearms in real life, it's an explosion in your hand, right? So that's pretty dramatic. We'll see what that feels like out in the field. So my first impressions, just from messing around in here, is that developers have turned things up pretty strong on the way this thing is going to react to what you do. We're going to get out there. We have a couple missions. I'll show you in here because it's easier to show you. I'm going to find like a neon and then recover a whatchamadingy. Yeah, sample courier. So, not a big day. We don't have any security level missions available, but I thought break out from the zone point, run down here, give me a chance to experiment with the vest a little bit. I might have to record this in 2 sessions because I'm expecting a message very soon to go do something with the family. So let's get out there and see what happens. I just slept. Food level's okay. Health is good. We're going to get out there. Sun should be coming up soon. We've only got 11 hours. It's so dramatic when you put stuff away. It's such a dramatic sensation. I'm surprised it's not a little more subtle. But carrying the SKS with the same optics as last week, and my GSH 18. So, man, I'm going out there in the dark. I don't love that. Don't love going out in the dark. Man, you really feel everything so dramatically if it was just a pinch more subtle. But it is what it is. Let's find out. Alright, we're cooking. there. Stealth, stealth, fast and stealth. Okay. Where's the dang light? There it is. Okay. Man, the vibrations are dramatic. Very dramatic. I looked in the settings, and I don't see how you can tune them for the game. I know you can reduce the overall sensitivity on the app on the PC. I kind of wish that you could tune those values directly in the game, because I would reduce the sensitivity of some of the stuff putting things on my body, and then leave the weapons be dramatic, right? Because my first impression is that it's a little excessive, the way it reacts to doing simple things. And it's even almost startled myself back there. We'll see. Bought this thing with my own money, so if I don't like it, it's on me, right? And I'm not trying to satisfy anyone by showing their product off well. I hope I like it, because I wanted one for a very long time, and it wasn't cheap, even on sale. Look at this. This game is beautiful every time. Every time. I don't see any enemies moving around. Don't get much sensation from the smoke with the vest. I would say that I don't feel anything at all. I remember watching some like little teaser things that the devs made when they first added the support, and I thought the smoking created some kind of almost percolation. But I am not experiencing that, so. Alright. Sorry, I still haven't downloaded the mod. I need to. I'm going to. Next week it'll be modded. Next week you'll see better. Alright. Man, I bet you can really feel these right now. Everything's so dramatic. The reaction, I grab the bag. Gee, big vibration. What was that? Your footsteps. Almost sounds like a slider. It's making me nervous. Got him out of the air. I felt that too. I felt that vibration when it hit. I don't think I found my neon. Run away. Okay. I know you guys can't see very well. I apologize. Where is he? I can't find him in the scope. I forgot to load the magazine. Man, that's dramatic. To be clear, I didn't forget to load the magazine. I forgot to save after I loaded the magazine. So I don't think I've collected. I have not found the neon. It's actually showing that it's out there. So we'll do that. Let's get the stupid mask off. We're off to a rough start. Because I loaded my magazine, I cleaned my weapons, but I couldn't get the haptics to work, so I exited the game and forgot to save. So now that I'm back in the game, nothing's loaded, nothing's clean. So, that's not what we wanted. There's significant feedback when shooting. It's right over here. This is probably going to be well occupied. One of those. One of those. You know what? Keep your damn neon. That's what I think. So much vibration. I hate those shock anomalies with a passion. I don't think they're fun. I do not think they're fun. Let's try to find this courier container. There it is. So we got part of it. We're going to wind up going back to the base and coming back out here with a little more preparation, especially since I'm going to go to this family thing. We're going to come back with bullets because that's a good idea. Let's see if we can check this thing. I might have to bug out and run. I'm almost exhausted my ability to fight back. Not my best effort. But it happens when you're setting up new things. Setting this up on the PC was fairly easy. It came with a Bluetooth dongle, and it recommended you use that dongle. And it recommended that you go into your Windows settings and disable your other Bluetooth drivers that were not associated with the dongle. So I followed all those instructions, and then you don't pair it with your PC like you would a new audio device. You pair it with your PC through the application. Okay, I got turned around. This way, this way. So setup was fairly simple, and then I would say how much you get out of this vest is going to determine entirely on how much work the devs put into it and what mattered to them when they set it up. I would love some tunability. This is only the second game that I've used this vest with, but I'm going to make an effort to try most of the games that my library supports with the vest, right? So I'm going to do some videos on that. There are going to be some videos coming up that I haven't played in a long time, different games. But I want to feel the vest from a different perspective from these different devs. I would say so far that the use here is not as good as the use in Vertigo 2, which is disappointing because I'll probably play this game much more than Vertigo 2. It's not bad. It's not bad. It does feel a little ham-fisted the way it responds. I think some subtlety, especially in something like this. I mean, they're just vibration motors, so there's not ever going to be a bam, you know, you're not going to feel an impact. So subtle feedback is going to add to the immersion in a way that this abrupt vibration and then not vibrating, I guess it's like being able to see the plot too obviously, where the subtle feedback would add layers to the immersion. So I would love some tunability, because the subtle things, like, I would absolutely reduce the vibration there. That is such a strong vibration, and it only needs just a little, you know what I mean, just a little subtle that you know it's there. So this is just my honest feedback on this stuff. I'll get back to base, reload stuff and things, and we'll see about coming back out here. But we're going to avoid the shock anomalies, etc. There's the message telling me that I got to go. Got to get back to base. Got to get back to base. I'm a busy man with lots of things to do. Please don't shoot me, you jackass. Alright, look down at my phone here and see. I hate doing videos in 2 parts, but apparently that's the way it's gonna go. Oh yeah, I do not have time to continue recording. That's okay. Cash this stuff in real quick, wrap it up, hit the road. Family, by the way, we have reservations for 45 minutes from now. Oh, cool, thanks for the warning. Okay, get rid of a couple things here. A few empty boxes. Do this one turn in. I mean, I wasn't out there very long. Actually made some money. 1,400 there. 3,700 there. That's not bad. We're up over 5,000 in just a few minutes. So, didn't get shot there at the end either. I thought I did. I'll save real quick, and I'll pick this video back up when I have more time to record this week. Welcome back. Today is another day. I have to record this one in 2 pieces. Came back, loaded this weapon, grabbed a couple more missions. We're gonna just get a little more gameplay so the video is not too short for this week. Still mostly experimenting with the haptic vest. I did go into the haptic settings in the app itself, not the game, the app for the vest, and I reduced the intensity to about 70% because in my opinion this game's a little ham-fisted with its response. And we'll see how that goes. My volume feels a little off today. There we go. Hoping that the more subtle feedback will be less of a distraction and add more to the immersion. But let's go. We don't have a ton of time. We got a couple missions to do and then we'll run out of there. And then next week we're going to be looking at the next security level, so that's going to be a thing. Get in here and immediately run because this area is occupied with angry things. See? Angry. Okay, I'm going this way because I picked up a couple more missions and they should be in this area. But mostly today I just want to experiment with the vest. Reducing it to 70% feels like, I would say before, the feedback was super intense. It was like, you know what I mean? A little too intense for just, say, throwing a rifle on my back. So, turning it down, I'm hoping that I like the experience a little better. A tide wave has not passed, so there shouldn't be any additional mobs down here that weren't before. M1 is a neon. And then over here at M3 is a Warren's Legacy. Find a black box. I don't know if I'll be able to get that one or not. And looks like we got enough time. So we'll take it in here for a second. Looks clear. Weird bug. First time I launched the game, the vest wasn't doing anything. Second time so I closed the game and launched it again, and now the vest is working, in theory, like it's supposed to. So, I don't know if, like according to the forum thing I read, you just have to launch the game from Steam, not with Virtual Desktop, and that's exactly what I did, and it didn't work. So, I don't know. I will say this. If this is the kind of thing that's not going to work without hassle every time I play, then very quickly I'm going to lose interest in using it. Like, it needs to work. It's not something that I want to launch the game 2 and 3 times every time to make go. I will lose interest very quickly in that. Especially if the feedback is, less than amazing. Oh, I've walked well past where I'm supposed to be because I'm a knucklehead. I think this is the one that's, like, surrounded by shock anomalies. Let's see if we can take a look at it. Maybe it's more approachable from the other side. I'm having a day. Yeah, there's the shock anomalies. If I try to approach it from the other side, I'm going to have to fight everything in the village. But I don't want this to be like a waste of time coming out here. So let's see what we can figure out. Maybe it's more approachable from this side. That popped up slowly. Right up here, maybe. The haptic feedback for the Anomaly was actually pretty good. It was kind of a full body feedback thing. Seems a little overly guarded for what it is. Yeah, it's right up there. This is excessive. Ow. I didn't drop anything when I got shocked there. It's weird. Time and time again, I have tried to accept these shock anomalies as just a thing and make the most of them, and every time I hate them. Like, it's not even worth much, this objective. It's worth very little. And like the random collection of anomalies, if it's not on the other side of that rock, then this is just absurd. These things hurt my feelings, okay? I really don't like them. Okay, now I got that out of my system. Let's go try to get that black box. That's the way I normally take. I think that will have the most resistance, but I guess we'll just do it. Super unproductive so far today. Man, I hate those shock anomalies, though. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. I don't think I've ever talked about it in a video prior. I really don't like them. Crap. What the hell is he? I'll take it. This thing's pretty good. I am glad for your poor marksmanship. I would say that's not often a thing, and I'm glad of his poor marksmanship. Alright. Sprinting through the vines bee. This is gonna make some noise. Need to get through here quick, because that's gonna draw the flies. You know what? The haptics set at 70%. It's some satisfying additional feedback when I fire. It's not ridiculous like it was before. There's a walker. He's over the hill, so I've lost him. We'll cut this route. This is what I usually do anyway. Maybe I'll get lucky and happen upon an extra magazine for this SKS. I think that fits it. Let me up. Come on. Fine, fine. Nice. I like it. I like it. That feels pretty good. The extra feedback when shooting and being shot is nice. I'm glad that I turned it down a little bit, because what do we got here? Give me the box. So we'll keep that. It does add something when turned down. I wish that I could do that in the game, tune it a little bit, tune the experience, adjust some of the values. Nice. But that was actually pretty nice. I liked that. What the? Oh, a silencer. For the AK series. I'm not even sure what all that fits. I'm glad I got a spare magazine finally. That's in decent condition too. Nice. I just brought the big can today. Oh, we're doing that thing? Video games. Video games. What you, will you? Yeah, okay. Rock and roll. Let's go get this thing. How much time we got? We got enough time. We don't have a lot of time, but we have enough. That's mine. That's mine. Hell yeah. Okay. If I could adjust it inside this game specifically, that would be great, because I could leave it turned up for other things. Like, I didn't find it overly intense for Vertigo 2. So now when I switch between the two, I'll have to manually turn it up. I don't have like an individual profile for one or the other. I hear footsteps everywhere. He's over here. Oh, wow. Let's do this. Oh God. Oh God, no.
Искореним врага, братья.
You know the number of times I've just ran right at him and it worked out? It didn't that time. It didn't that time. And I hadn't saved since I'd been out there. So this is one of the least productive days I've ever had in the radius. I will say, at least I got to kind of figure out the haptic vest. You know, the question that remains is it going to fight me to function every time I use it with this game? Because with Vertigo 2, it seemed like it just worked. This one, I've had to launch the game at least twice, both times I've tried to use it so far. I'm not going back out today. Didn't get that magazine. I didn't get that extra loot. Next week, we'll go to the factory and we'll start working on the next security level. And then this episode will be mostly about my first experiences with the haptic vest in the radius. Because otherwise, a very unproductive day. But that's okay. Things don't always go the way you want them to go. At medium/long range, I feel pretty good with my SKS. Rushing up on that guy, he didn't miss a shot. He didn't miss a shot. And that's the thing about fighting the mimics in this game, you never know. You never know. Sometimes they just burn you. Sometimes they miss. Sometimes they miss a lot. That's alright. Anyway, that was today. Let's summarize my thoughts on the vest. Now that I've reduced the sensitivity specifically for this game, which I have to change every time I launch a different game, I brought it down to 70%, the default intensity. and I think that felt pretty good. I think that added to the experience. At 100%, I feel like it was a little too in my face, a little too obvious that I was just being vibrated. Where the cues need to be subtle. It needs to be a subtle vibration that adds to the overall immersion. And making it just go crazy and rattle the zipper on your chest. It does not add to the immersion. It actually distracts you from the game entirely. So, turning it down a little bit actually felt pretty good. I liked that. I wouldn't recommend that somebody run out and buy one of these. You know what I mean? Like if everything I have said sounds like it checks the boxes that you want checked, and you look at the cost of it and you think, okay, you know, that's a fair price for what I expect this to add to my experience, then go for it. In my opinion, I do like it. I'd be just as happy to play without it, probably. It's kind of like I use the factory audio on the Quest 2 because I can hear myself better when I make content. Headphones make the experience better and more immersive, but I can't hear myself when I'm trying to record content. And that's an issue specifically for recording content. So even though the headphones are better, I'm okay with the factory audio solution. Even though the vest adds a little bit to the experience, I'm okay without it, right? And it's an extra hassle. Like if it doesn't work first time I launch the game, I gotta crash the game and launch the game again. It's a lot of time standing around with the toaster on my face, not actually playing, right? So it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. I've seen a lot of content creators really push this stuff like awesome, you know. I would say I'm not in that camp. I do like it. But at the same time, yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment of my impressions. My first 2 times using this in the Radius. I've used it once in Vertigo 2, and I do overall like it. I do prefer to play with it. It adds some discomfort because you want to wear it tight enough on your body that when it vibrates, that vibration transfers to you and not just rattle on the vest, right? So you do have to wear it tight enough that you're aware that it's on your body. But if you're playing something like this and you're thinking that your character is probably wearing some kind of vest anyway, maybe that fits into your immersion idea for what you're doing. So the extra discomfort fits the game some. And then today I did turn my air conditioning up a little bit while I was recording this because yesterday I started to get a little hot. So it adds some heat too. Even though it's the X16, it doesn't go as far down on your body. There you go. There are my overall thoughts. Not a productive day at all. That's okay. It was fun. This will go up on Friday. Whenever you find this video, hopefully it finds you well. Hopefully you had a good week. Hopefully you got some fun weekend plans. Hopefully you're spending your free time with the people you want to spend your free time with. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this tiny channel. Have a nice day.